In this video, I'm talking about the top 5 things I am doing to prepare to move to Ghana. Number 1, cleanse/detox. So the reason that I decided to cleanse, detox was because I had a friend mention to me about living in Ghana, the mosquitoes, etc., being attracted to the sugar and all the impurities that a lot of us here in the West have in our blood because of our overly processed foods that we eat. So I essentially decided that I needed to cleanse and to detox, and she actually mentioned that herself, like try and have some bitters and stuff before you go, because I actually have had an experience that's similar in Jamaica where I really just, the mosquitoes nyammed me up basically. So I decided to cleanse, and to do that I decided to use I'll be right back. So to do that, I decided to use a colon cleanse called a Tumbi. It's a natural colon cleanse, and it's by a company called Saying. So this is their leper weight loss management pills. I've not tried this one before. The way that I cleansed was that I gave myself one day where I just didn't eat anything at all, except for just drinking water and tea. And I then used their pumpkin seed and pineapple method. So I blended up some pineapple and pumpkin seed, and I drank that before I took the first colon cleanse pill. So right here I've got the roasted pumpkin seeds and some pineapple. What? I guess I need some water. Let's try this. Once I took the first colon cleanse pill, I then took the second one half an hour later. And I would say bowel movements started to happen within about 2 hours for me. And yeah, let's just say you'll be going on a journey for that day. They recommend that you clear the whole day because it should take about 12 hours for the colon cleanse to be complete. Originally, just because on the website, it does say that you should take a capsule dependent upon your weight. And with my weight, I was going to take 4. But I was blessed and lucky to go to the health shop that I bought it in. I had a friend who was working there. And when she saw me take up all 4 of the pills, she was like, "Have you done this before?" And because I hadn't done it before, she recommended that I only use 2. Because of how powerful the colon cleanse is. So if you're interested in that, do your research. So the follow-up for the colon cleanse also is to use a probiotic to help rebuild the gut health, because when you do the colon cleanse, it's going to get rid of the good and the bad bacteria in your stomach. All those free radicals, all those, I forgot the words, like you've got these, you can have these creatures in your stomach. The word's not coming to me. If I think of it, I'll put it on the screen. So yeah, I done a cleanse/detox, and since then, my main point of consumption of food has been alkaline food, which I have been learning about more here at this restaurant, Mushroom City. And yeah, that's what I've been doing so far. I have had a little bit of hiccups, and I will start taking the bitters more regularly before I go. That's my intention, and I just need to continue to have the discipline to continue eating a very clean diet of less cane sugar and all those bad stuff. I did actually forget to mention, for me, after I done the colon cleanse, I done a 21-day juice fast. So I just blended up fruits like papaya, pineapple, mango, watermelon, ginger, anything under the sun. I blended up and I had a juice fast for 21 days after that. I actually thought it was kind of strange because I thought I was going to be hungry during the time that I was doing a juice fast, but to my surprise, I was actually quite full most of the time. So give it a try. I didn't actually weigh myself. Next time I will weigh myself if I do a cleanse like that. But I didn't really notice any physical difference. Just a little bit of looseness in my clothes, but nothing too major. But the feeling internally was good. Also, till this day, I get little white spots on my face, like tiny, tiny white spots that you can pop every day. And I had that probably from the 5th day of the juice cleanse. So yeah, give it a try. I feel like something is working. And going forward, when I move to Ghana, I want to incorporate having more wholesome, natural foods within my livity. Yeah, and I might even try raw stuff, like raw vegetables, rather than cooking all my food. I would highly recommend doing a detox. Hopefully it works out for me. The second thing that is important before traveling to Ghana is the yellow fever injection. I'm going to unfamiliar territory for me. I have no real insight of what yellow fever is and what it feels like, other than stuff that I've read in articles and videos that I've seen. I decided to get the yellow fever injection also because it's something that's been tried and tested. And yeah, I just have to live with my decision now. The yellow fever vaccine is something that has been happening in Ghana for the last 30 years, at least in my knowledge. So I went ahead and I got it. Shortly after doing the vaccine, the yellow fever vaccine, after a week of having it within my system, I decided to do the detox. Just a heads up, some people don't have any effect of the yellow fever vaccine, but it really did make me sick. And I felt it straight away at the chemist when he was injecting the yellow fever vaccine in me. I felt a ping in the top of my head, and for the 2 to 3 days after that, I did feel sick. And but then I've heard of other people that had no effect at all. So yeah, do your research and make your choice, right? I think that's all about yellow fever in regards to what I know. Oh yeah, yellow fever is a live vaccine. So they basically give you the yellow fever. Hence why for me, it didn't go down well. Cleanse, cleanse, cleanse. It will all work out. The third thing that I think is important to do before moving to Ghana is to obviously apply for your visa. Some countries will have less visa restrictions, but because I'm from the UK, the longest that I can go with a visa, because I have never visited Ghana before, I know, right? It sounds mad to me every time I say it to myself. I'm moving to a country that I've not ever even visited before. Yeah, but here we are. So because I haven't visited Ghana before, I had to apply for a 6-month visa. I say I had to apply, but I have to apply. I'm still actually going through the process right now, so fingers crossed, because I bought my ticket, my house is paid for, things are in motion. So God willing, it will all work out. So with the 6-month visa application, you do need to have someone to send a letter of invitation for you, or to have a job that you're going to. So you have the letter of invitation, and you also will have to have that person's ID, etc. So number 4, the fourth thing that I believe would be important to do before you move to Ghana, or to move abroad anywhere in Africa, I'd say, or just anywhere in general. I would say to connect with your community, home where you are currently, or abroad. So for me, I'm just trying to like fill in those loose ends to just connect with my loved ones before I go, before I move, because it really is my intention to create a life in this new place. It may not be Ghana, but Ghana has been known now to be the gateway of Africa. So this is my entry, right? Taking the leap, I am making sure to keep those connections with the people that are important with me and to nurture them. Important with me, important for me, and to nurture those connections. Also, when it comes to connections abroad, one of the main reasons why I decided to move to Ghana was because I actually know people who live in the country. It's a very small amount of people, but you know, it's not always how many, but it's the quality of the people that you do know. So I'm also making sure to connect and to consistently be in contact with the people that will be my community when I move to Ghana. Having those connections on the ground has enabled me to get an apartment quite easily, and I can also have my friends help me to set it up for me, to paint a little bit, to get some little pieces of furniture. I am quite picky, so I don't want too much stuff because I want to be able to choose myself. I'm actually really excited about decorating my space. But yeah, it helps to have someone on the ground there that is familiar with the environment and can help you. Number five, I would say, is to secure a living space for a year. I wouldn't recommend doing Airbnbs, etc., just because it will cost a little bit more than just actually renting a space for a year. In Ghana, in most places, the rent is relatively cheap in comparison to what it is here in the UK. Like, it's a big, big difference. So if you have the opportunity, I would recommend to rent somewhere for a year. And also, for the most part, most landlords do not rent their properties monthly. It is for a year. It will just give you the opportunity to have a familiar environment for a particular amount of time, and it just gives you that security, right? So these are my 5 tips to prepare yourself for moving to Ghana, or these are the 5 things that I have done and I'm currently still doing. Give it a try. I guess you'll see how it goes as you continue to follow me upon this journey to see how it worked out for me. Hopefully the cleanse has helped with the potential mosquito bites that I might that might come my way. But yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that jazz. This is Adanish, this is Art Alchemy, and continue to follow me upon this journey. And before I go, the word of the day, according to my yogi tea, is you don't need love, you are the love. Simples. Peace.